Well, good morning, everyone. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today is going to be sort of a split day, I think. In the morning until probably around 1 or 2, I plan on just working. We got to work on research for my paper, and I am editing yesterday's video as we speak. So I should be done with that in a little bit of time. This afternoon, I'm going to go and try and finish the ChatGPT video. It's Tuesday the 27th, so I'm either going to finish it today or I'm going to finish it Friday. I haven't decided which one I'm going to do yet. I'm just going to kind of play it by ear and see which one I feel like it. So yeah, I am going to hop on this. Of course, we got our coffee. Y'all, I am not a snobby coffee drinker. I do not weigh out my beans. I do not use the pour over thing, Chemex or whatever. That looks cool. I just use a drip machine that I actually probably need to replace because it's really slow, that I think I paid less than 20 euros for. I buy like the cheap coffee and I use almond milk. And sometimes I put some sweetener in it. Problem I've been having with the sweetener, I found a pretty good caramel, sugar-free caramel sweetener that I like online. And they have vanilla too, but honestly, the vanilla and the caramel kind of taste a little bit the same. So I like the caramel a little bit better. But it's so expensive. I mean, I think I bought those for like 4 or 5 euros each. But now I was just looking and I can't find them for less than like 11 euros. So I am not paying that. And I can't just go to the store and get it because usually they don't have sugar-free. I don't think I've ever seen sugar-free coffee sweetener in the market. And they don't sell like Coffee Mate here. I used to love the Coffee Mate, like Italian cream Coffee Mate. I know this stuff is packed with chemicals, but I liked it. I liked that a lot. You can't find that here. I've seen Coffee Mate in the American Foods for You store, and it is ridiculously expensive though. So I'm not doing that. And I think they only have French vanilla, which I don't really like. So yeah, we're gonna drink the coffee. We're gonna finish editing this video, and then we're gonna do a little bit of work, and then maybe we'll have some fun. We just have to see. So I've decided to be real lazy today. I am not going out. I need a break. And but I do need to go to the store. So I think I'm going to head to the Turkish market and get a few things because I don't need a lot. I don't think I need anything from Edeka. So we'll just go to the Turkish market real quick, get a few things, and then come home. Interesting. I changed my mind. They don't have any good fruit there, at least blueberries or raspberries, which are like the only fruits I can eat, the berries. So I'm just gonna go up here to Edeka. Oh well. I try to go to the Turkish market from time to time when I need like oil and stuff like that, which is what I need today, but I want fruit. So gotta go to Edeka. All right, got my things. They had these Cosa Fritos, my pork rinds, on sale for like 79 cents. And theirs is like paprika flavored, which are really good. I'm planning on making meatloaf for dinner, fricadella, if you will. And normally you would use breadcrumbs, but I use pork rinds instead for the binder. So they turn out all right. They're usually a little bit drier, but that's okay. They're pretty good. So I know it's not a lot, but at least walking to this market, I'll get a couple thousand steps in. Better than nothing, right? So doing something is always better than doing nothing. You ever have one of those days that's just kind of blah, like nothing's really wrong, nothing bad happened. It was just a day and you didn't feel like doing anything, so you don't. I had one of those days today. And if you're a normal, well-adjusted human being, you just have one of those days. But since I'm a maniac and I committed to doing daily vlogs, I have to go online and tell you all about my blah, nothing day. Which, don't get me wrong, I love talking to you guys and I love sharing my life with you. But sometimes I feel like I don't have anything to say. Like, why does anyone want to listen to me? What possesses between 50 and 100 people every day to watch these? I am humbled by that. I'm humbled by people just watching my life. Like, why? Like, I am nothing special. but I love you guys and I appreciate it. And, I guess I wanted to talk about for a few minutes just about having the blahs and, that being okay. Like, I think we live in a world that pushes us through social media, through the internet, to want to attain certain things and to live a certain way of life that isn't always sustainable in the long run. I used to live this life where I know I was an attorney, but I was never one of the ones that like made a lot of money. I was always hustling, trying to earn money, trying to put food on the table, or trying to make sure that my family like we could pay rent. You know, I finally got to a place where I was financially okay. Money was coming in, things were good, and then things went bad. I don't want to get into it, but I made mistakes. COVID happened. A lot of things happened. And so that threw me into not depression, but like I had to figure out what the point of my life was, what the purpose of my life was. I've this is a question. Like, I didn't come out of the womb like some people knowing what they were supposed to do with life. I didn't go to eighth grade and know I wanted to be an accountant or a teacher or a lawyer or a baseball, whatever. I didn't have that. And I've constantly been, for 48 years, trying to figure out what I want to do when I grow up. And for a long time, I was not okay with that. I struggled with that. And I struggled with feeling like, I don't know, like a loser, or like I'm behind everyone else because I don't have this plan, that I don't have a big 401k, sitting there, and I don't have money in my savings account, for these things. I can't go on trips, like everyone else does. I don't have kids like everyone else does, and I still struggle with that a little bit. I'm more comfortable with myself today than I've ever been, but I still struggle with it. I still struggle with not being enough, not having enough, not succeeding, quote unquote. I don't even know what success looks like anymore. I used to think it was attaining a certain amount of money, attaining a certain house or cars or family. But now I don't know. I don't know what success looks like anymore. Is it making it through this world? Because this world kind of sucks in a lot of ways. It's not fun. It's not good in a lot of ways, but there is goodness in it. And then I have these days when I think about these things. I started reading an article today. My dear friend. She pointed out, she suggested, I'm trying to figure out what in history, in the academic world of history, not in like specific topics, but what in the academic world of history do I want to do? Like, what kind of historian do I want to be? And she suggested I look at public history. And I don't really know what public history is still, but I'm researching it, and it to me, it sounds like how history is portrayed in society. Museums, how do museums use history? The study of, to me, I don't know if, I'm sure this is wildly inaccurate, but it's almost like not popular history, not like pop history where, A&E or History Channel history, but like, I don't know. But it's a broad term that I don't fully understand yet, but I'm looking into it. So I went down that rabbit hole a little bit today and was researching into that, and it sounds interesting. I need to learn more. And then tomorrow I have to meet with my professor on Zoom about my paper that I'm going to write. So hopefully I'll have a more focus on that. But today I just, my initial plan was to go out and finished recording the Chat GPT video, but it was colder. It was cold and overcast, and I just flat out didn't want to, so I didn't. Before I might beat myself up for that, because I failed at doing something that I needed to do, but I didn't need to do it. I can do it later. So I took a day for myself. I watched a lot of TV today, and I read a little bit. That's what I did today. That was my life today, and I'm okay with that. And I want you to know that it's okay. It's okay to like have days when you're not 100% optimum. It's okay to have those days. It's okay to acknowledge that you just don't feel like it today. And so, yeah, that's just what I want to say. I had a day where I just didn't, and I'm okay with that. Now, you don't want to stack those days upon days on each other, then it can become a problem. But know yourself well enough to know that sometimes you need days where you just don't. So yeah, that's going to do it for me tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like. It really helps out. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you do on your blah days. So guys, I hope you have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.